Think about it. If I asked you right now, can you make $1 million this year? Most of us would laugh, shake our heads, and say, not a chance. We'd put it at 1%, maybe 5% if we're feeling ambitious. But now consider this. You have to make that million, or else you or someone you love doesn't make it. No options, no excuses. What would you do? You'd stop at nothing. You'd find a way, push harder, move faster, and get it done. See what happened? The goal didn't change. The time frame didn't change. But suddenly, that million is within reach because your why just went from maybe to must. And that's the power of purpose. When your reason is big enough, you don't question your ability, you commit. Failure isn't an option. The why makes the goal inevitable. And when you have that kind of purpose driving you, there are no limits. Our purpose, our why, is the foundation of every achievement. Take the Stoic philosopher Epictetus, who taught that the path to freedom is in accepting what we must do, rather than questioning why we should do it. For the Stoics, purpose wasn't a casual wish, it was a duty, a commitment that drives every action. When you commit deeply to a purpose, you gain clarity. You're not negotiating with yourself, you're simply moving forward. Marcus Aurelius once said, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." He knew that purpose removes doubt. It strips away hesitation because you're no longer negotiating with your goal, you're living it. From a psychological perspective, having a strong why changes the way your brain processes goals. Neurologists tell us that when we set a powerful intention, the brain activates something called the reticular activating system, RAS. This system essentially filters information based on what we focus on, and when our goal is urgent, it becomes all we see. Your brain begins noticing opportunities, solutions, and pathways that it would have missed otherwise. It's as if the mind aligns itself to make that goal possible, almost as if it's hardwired to find a way. Viktor Frankl, a Holocaust survivor and psychiatrist, understood this more deeply than most. He wrote about his experiences in the concentration camps, where he discovered that those who survived weren't necessarily the physically strongest, but those with a purpose, a reason to live that gave them strength beyond the brutal circumstances. In his book, Man's Search for Meaning, he states, "Those who have a why to live can bear with almost any how." Frankl's why was his work, his life's purpose. Even in the darkest of places, it kept him alive. Imagine the power of having a purpose that's strong in your life. What could you accomplish? What could you overcome? Now let's address the limits we set on ourselves. Most of us live with the idea that there are things we can't do, certain goals we'll never reach, or dreams that are unrealistic. But where do those limits come from? They're not reality, they're simply beliefs we hold. When you build a why so strong that it's undeniable, those limitations become irrelevant. Research shows that our minds adapt to challenges when we commit fully. Psychologist Carol Dweck, known for her work on growth mindset, found that people who believe their abilities can develop through dedication and effort achieve higher success rates. A growth mindset transforms obstacles into stepping stones. When your why is clear, you adopt a growth mindset by default. You see every setback as a challenge to overcome, every failure as a lesson, because you are fully committed to the outcome. You stop seeing the impossible and start seeing possibilities. So, how do you tap into this power? Start by asking yourself, what's my why? Find a purpose so real, so essential, that it becomes unbreakable. Maybe it's for your family, maybe it's a mission you're dedicated to, or maybe it's a promise to yourself that you'll live without regret. Whatever it is, let that purpose fuel you, because with a why that's strong, you'll unlock strength you didn't know you had. When you live with that kind of purpose, every action you take aligns with something greater. You're not just achieving goals, you're transforming. You're breaking limits you once believed were impossible. And here's the truth. Limits aren't real, they're choices, so choose to live without them. Choose to move forward with purpose so powerful that no obstacle can hold you back. With purpose driving you, you're not just unstoppable, you're limitless.